If they're saving money or losing money, they'd rather save some money. Leaning on that, we're able to negotiate the short sales and get the sellers out debt free. And so, when a homeowner has, 40, 50, $80,000 in debt over and above what the property would sell for. In some cases, I've had $1 million short sales that they're walking away from millions of dollars in debt, and they can potentially qualify for another mortgage in as little as 2 years or less. So that's a big deal to the consumer, to the that homeowner. Versus foreclosure.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Q Edmonds. And listen, I got someone here today who has 20 years of experience in the real estate game. Started off doing lending, then started a mortgage company and became the master at short sales. And so I am super excited for you guys to peek through the lens of my guest, Mr. Iean Finley. Mr. Iean, how you doing today, sir?
Excellent, Quinn. How you doing?
Man, I am doing great. I cannot complain. Like I said, I'm excited to talk to you. I always love connecting with people and getting to see things through their lens, through their eyes. And so, Iean, man, listen, I want you to take us into your world. I want you to maybe tell us how you got started in real estate. Take us through what your main focus is these days, and maybe even tell us what markets you're operating in. So go ahead, man. Take us into your world, brother.
Sure, absolutely. So, like a lot of people, I know I've talked to a lot of other real estate agents. That's what I do as far as licensed here in Illinois. And I've talked to a lot of other real estate agents that they ended up in this industry kind of by accident. And that's really kind of how I ended up in it. I started out, I was actually selling insurance, and this is way back in like '99, and I was doing pretty good at it. And I actually had a team, and we were building and growing, and that company that we were working for just didn't treat us so well. And one day, one of my team leaders had left, and he called me up and he said, "Hey, buddy, I know you really love selling insurance and everything, but I'm over here at this mortgage company and they're looking to hire, and I thought of you. Why don't you come over and check them out and talk to them?" And so, being open to opportunities as I generally am, I'm willing to at least look at something, right, before I make a change or anything like that.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
And so I went over, interviewed, and really liked what they were saying. And the company had already been around since I think 1963. So they were established and definitely seemed like something that that I would be into. And over the course of that next 6 months, I got a really baseline, amazing training. The company that I went to work for, like I said, was one of the first mortgage banking companies in the entire United States. It was called Delmar Financial, and they taught us old school. There was no computers. It was all calculators and paper, and you filled out applications with a pen, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And so yeah, they it was interesting because instead of just, you know, throwing you to the wolves, they made sure that you had a old school training. Like I said, you spent 2 weeks with processing, 2 weeks in secondary, 2 weeks in the underwriting. Then you finally got put into the sales training and learning about how to be a loan officer and how to fund the loans and go through that whole process. I have to tip my hat to the old school training that we learned, and again at that time, 2003, it was pretty prestigious to be a lender. So it was one of those situations. Oh, you're a mortgage broker, you're a mortgage lender. Oh, tell me about that. Let's if I ever need a loan, can I come to you? Things like that. So it was kind of an exciting time, and I hate to say it was the Wild West, but again, when it comes to lending, I mean, there were all kinds of new programs coming out, and you were able to service your clients, and that's the biggest thing, is making sure that they're happy on the other end, and so my production went through the roof. I was closing anywhere from 20 to 30 loans a month, and and that was close to 2 or 3 times what the average loan officer was doing back then. And so I didn't have any hobbies. I just liked to work. So trying to rake that in for the family and to build something. And so I kind of grew out of my position at that company and thought, I think I can probably do this on my own. And I found what was called a net branch at the time, which was a company that is like a franchise. So basically I bought into a franchise that did mortgages and started that. I was only 24 years old. I think that was in 2004. I started that company, and we grew. Started reaching out, marketing, and doing other things that were kind of cutting edge. I got a digital phone system and all kinds of other things that nobody was using. Auto dialers and all kinds of other cool stuff that I was investing in my business, and so. Really focused on investing in the business and trying to grow it, bring new people in and train them and things like that. And so a lot of my other constituents, they were out there, my competition, they were buying Ferraris and GTARs and, all kinds of other stuff like that. I thought, hey, that's really nice, but I'm investing in my business. I want this thing, I want to retire by the time I'm 35 or 40 years old. And so that was really the goal.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more. and schedule a call with our team today.
Being pretty young and a little bit naive, I didn't realize that that there's other things out there that have to transpire, and other things that can affect, no matter how dedicated you are, no matter how um, uh, you know how honest and everything else that you are with regards to your clients and best interests and everything, the rug can get pulled out from under you, and that's essentially what happened. Like I said, in '08 and '09, you think you have a really solid business, and then all of a sudden, the government makes some changes. The lending dries up. The buyers for loans dry up, and next thing you know, your amazing business that you think you're going to have for the rest of your life is gone. And so we had to figure out, well, what's our next step? What are we going to do? And so at the same time, a lot of those clients, those people that I help get loans, and their first homes or second or third homes, whatever the situation might have been, they were coming to me saying, "Hey, we can't afford this loan anymore. We've lost our job or whatever." And so, being a solutions provider that I am, trying to help these people out, we figured out that there was a thing called a short sale. And so short sales is the easiest way to say it. It's when somebody's upside down on a mortgage, they're behind or upside down. And what we do is we do a loan in reverse. So essentially, when it comes to short sales, the lender, all the information that the lender needs to actually complete a new loan is the same kind of information that they need to be able to undo a loan, or to be able to do what's called a short payoff. And short sales, a lot of people think, oh, short sale, it means it's going to be fast. It's not fast. It takes a long time for a bank to dig into their research department and figure out where that loan actually is, and who the investor is, and what other situations that they can do other than a short sale. A short sale saves banks money in the long run significantly, and so most banks would prefer to do a short sale than a deed in lieu of foreclosure, or to actually take the property back as a foreclosure. It saves them thousands and thousands of dollars in money, and I mean, that's really all a bank cares about at the end of the day, is money. And so if they're saving money or losing money, they'd rather save some money. So, leaning on that, we're able to negotiate the short sales and get the sellers out debt free. And so when a homeowner has 40, 50, $80,000 in debt over and above what the property would sell for, in some cases I've had $1 million short sales that they're walking away from millions of dollars in debt, and they can potentially qualify for another mortgage in as little as 2 years or less. So that's a big deal to the consumer, to the that homeowner, versus foreclosure. And in fact, my lending partner and I just went through all the guidelines here recently. If like what's the worst thing that can happen on your credit, or what's the worst? Well, bankruptcy is still the worst. And so a lot of people think, okay, I'm behind on my mortgage or whatever, I can do a bankruptcy. Well, that's going to keep them from buying a house or really being back in the mainstream, for at least 7 years. And so, if they don't have a lot of other debt, and they don't have, credit cards, up to their eyebrows and things like that, then a short sale is probably their best solution, to be able to get out from under the debt and be able to walk away as unscathed as possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, and
Man.
then the next step is a foreclosure.
Yeah.
If they're proactive and they do a bankruptcy, it's like I said, that's one thing. But a lot of these people, they put their head in the sand. They will even move out.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
They get that nasty letter from the bank, and they think that there's no solution. So we want to reach out to them. We want to let them know, hey, there is a solution, that there is an alternative that again is not pretty, but it's a lot less ugly than getting foreclosed on, and a sheriff knocking on their door saying, hey, you got 30 days to be out of here, type of situation. And so that like I said, with over 600 successful short sales, we've helped a lot of families not have to go through that alone.
Yeah. Man, I love it. I love your progression. I love coming from insurance to getting into real estate to helping our families with these short sales. I guess my question is, what keeps you still passionate about real estate? What keeps that passion still going?
It's something different every day, and that's one of the biggest things I think that keeps me going, is that it's always interesting. There's always new people. There's always some kind of new solution, new situation that we have to figure out how to jump through the hoops and get the deal done. And that does drive me quite a bit. Because again, once you have this many years in experience, there's certain solutions that just pop right to your head. You're like, oh yeah, didn't we do that like this once before? Or we've run into this before, and that's whether it's in fact, I mean, we just a recent transaction, a power company cut through the a power company was putting in a new power line or something along those lines, and actually cut through a sewer line. And so, it had been like that for probably 3 years, and nobody knew the difference. And then the inspection comes, and next thing you know, they find out that the sewer's messed up, and it could be, thousands and thousands of dollars. Well, just knowing right away, we went back to where the problem started, which was the power company cutting that line. And we managed to get all that stuff repaired, fixed, with no cost to our sellers, and we managed to save the deal. So the buyers who were concerned about the sewer system and everything, we got their inspection response, and they asked for nothing. And so it's solutions like that we're able to bring to people just through experience that makes a big difference in their there's problems everywhere. I guess one of the biggest things I like to say about a real estate transaction, if you're on the low end and you're lucky, there's probably 13 different people involved in that transaction. On the high end, it could be like a short sale where you have negotiators and you have all these different hands. You could have 25 plus people involved in that one transaction, that one real estate transaction. So all those people have, there's all those different decisions, all those different, people touching that information to figure out, what the next steps are, and to get that consumer, into the new home or whatever. So a lot of people don't really think about that. They see their real estate agent, they see, maybe their lender, and they see maybe the title company, at the end, or they may communicate with the title company whenever they deposit their earnest money or something like that. But they don't realize how many moving parts and how many things are actually going on in the background to be able to get them to that, to that end goal. That kind of, it kind of makes me laugh a little bit, because again, those are the wheels of commerce moving. I mean, every time that that title company gets paid, some underwriter somewhere is getting paid. Everybody's getting paid, through that transaction, and to be able to, um, any one of those can go wrong somewhere, and
Yeah.
it's really that real estate agent and that loan officer. Yeah, they're kind of the head of the transaction, to be able to make sure that it's as smooth as possible. And so we always like to work with experienced real estate agents and experienced lenders to make sure that they've been through the fire a little bit, and that they know, at the end, the consumer is really our most important, um, uh, you know important piece of the puzzle. And so, yeah, I mean, like I said, the fact that so many people touch a real estate transaction, um, and we're able to smooth that process out, um, the consumer just generally doesn't even know.
Yeah, yeah. No, I love it. And I love how you said with your years of experience, just when a solution is always coming up because you have built up the reps. So you know exactly how to serve the client when you need to serve the client with whatever solution there is. And I absolutely love that. So I guess for me, the next thing is, what are you most focused on scaling next or solving next? Like, what's the next real goal for you?
So, yeah, I mean, right now there's not a lot of inventory, in the market, and I hear that from all over the place. And we're in the Midwest. We're in the St. Louis market, um, Metro East, specifically. So, like Madison, St. Clair, Monroe counties, they all, we're right across the Mississippi River from St. Louis. And so, even in this area, a lot of the coastal markets, a lot of things hit there a lot sooner. But we're feeling the same pain that they are, as far as not enough sellers, not enough properties for, the buyers, and the buyers are in a lot of cases giving up. So, what we do is, my team focuses on finding properties and connecting those with investors a lot of times. So distressed properties, whether, again, like I said, whether they're short sales or foreclosures, or like I said, we purchase, properties at the actual foreclosure sales. And, by working with investors, we're able to get those things turned back over and create inventory for the home buyers that are searching for properties out there. So a lot of times I'll have a number of off-market properties that are in the process of getting new floors and paint and all that kind of stuff. And so, depending on my buyer pool, I might already have a house waiting for them. I hate to say pocket listing, but again, I work from between 6 or 8 investors at a time, sometimes more, and I'm always looking for more investors because, like I said, we find those distressed properties that we can offload to somebody that's got a team to do the rehab and get it back on the market for somebody as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
That's kind of how my business has survived and thrived this last 10 years, since, like I said, short sales were not a major thing as of like 15, 16.
Yeah.
And we kind of transitioned into regular real estate, and doing regular listings and things along those lines. We still run across short sales, and we still have done short sales since then. But again, we haven't cast as big a net. There hasn't been as much of a need as we see this changing market. And as of right now, in September of 25, there are some signs that, having been through this before, I talk to other people out in the market, other experts, and I've talked recently with some of my bankruptcy attorneys, and they say that their business is up 20 and 30% year over year. Yeah, I had one that I met with last week, and he said that he's looking. He asked me if I knew any good attorneys because he was looking to expand his business,
Yeah.
as that what he was previously doing in 2024, which was anywhere from 5 to 10 consults a week. So 5 to 10, that sounds 5 to 10 bankruptcy consults a week. In his that sounds like it'd keep you pretty busy. But right now he's got between 25 and 35 a week. And so, I mean, to me, that's kind of a sign,
Yeah.
there's something going on. And then some of the people that I'm running into, again, whether they've lost their job downsizing or because of, all the different, people working from home and things like that, all the technology that's phasing people out. And so, I can see the pain coming. The pain points are there, and we definitely want to be able to reach out to these people and let them know, hey, if you're having a hard time, you're not alone. There's other people that are in that situation, and there's ways to go about making it a much more graceful situation, and that you don't have to you don't have to go through it alone.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Ian, man, this has been great, man. I thank you for the information and the nuggets that you've dropped. I thank you for taking us through your journey. Listen, before we wrap, if someone wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, maybe collaborate or learn more about what you're doing, what's the best way for them to reach out to you?
Yeah, sure. Honestly, my cell phone, I love talking to people. They can always call me. 618-401-8682 is my direct cell. Our website is actually, let me give you my email as well. It's IEAN at finleyteamcells.com. That's FINLEYTEAM cells, SELLS.com.
Man, I love it. I love it. Listen, thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your perspective. Thank you for your story. This has definitely been great, man. And I know people are going to take so much takeaways from this episode. So, again, Ian, thank you so much, man, for being here.
I hope so. I look forward to it. Nice talking with you, Q.
Absolutely. Same, man. Now, listen, y'all heard Mr. Ian, y'all heard Mr. Finley. You know, we bring you very valuable, great content, great people, just have great stories and experience, and you do not want to miss out on it. So please make sure you are subscribed. Just hit the little bell, little button. That way, an alert comes up when we're on, because you do not want to miss out. So again, Mr. Ian, thank you. And to everyone else, we will see you on the next time. Awesome, man.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.